You're lying in bed at 2 p.m. on a Saturday still in yesterday's clothes, wondering when life became this exhausting. Not physically exhausting, mentally exhausting. You have 17 unread self-help articles, 4 abandoned online courses, and a gym membership you haven't used since January. Most people in their 20s are experiencing the exact same motivational death. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're experiencing something so common, it should come with a warning label on your diploma. We spend our entire education being trained like productivity machines. Homework, deadlines, grades, validation, repeat. Then suddenly you graduate and the scoreboard disappears. No more gold stars, no more clear levels to beat. Just an endless void called the rest of your life. It's like training for a marathon for 16 years, then being told, actually just wander around wherever. Your brain is literally confused. You were programmed for external validation and clear metrics. Now you're supposed to generate your own motivation from thin air, while paying rent that costs most of your income. Meanwhile, everyone on LinkedIn is thrilled to announce their 14th promotion, while you're thrilled if you remember to eat a vegetable. This isn't a personal failing. This is a generational phenomenon that nobody prepared you for. Chapter 1. Your brain betrayed you. And here's the plot twist nobody tells you. Your brain changes in your 20s in ways that absolutely destroy your motivation. Remember when everything felt exciting? First day of college, first apartment, first real job. Your brain was firing like fireworks. Now, your brain has adapted. Psychologists call it getting used to things, but I call it the happiness treadmill from hell. Your brain literally gets bored with good things. It's like developing a tolerance to coffee, except it's a tolerance to life itself. That promotion you worked towards for 2 years, your brain celebrates for maybe 2 days before asking, what's next? That achievement you thought would finally make you happy? Your brain yawns and scrolls TikTok. But wait, it gets more fun. The part of your brain that makes long-term decisions, still under construction until around 25. So society expects you to choose a career, find a partner, and figure out your entire life purpose while your brain is basically still updating. It's like building IKEA furniture with half the instructions missing. The result? Your motivation isn't broken. Your brain is just hungover from 2 decades of external validation, and now it's trying to figure out how to generate its own supply. Chapter 2. The Diploma Lie. Congratulations, you graduated. Now what? For 22 years, your identity was student. You had clear metrics, clear progression. September meant new beginnings. June meant endings. Now you're just a person, floating, wondering if this is it. The diploma lie isn't that education doesn't matter. It's that it would seamlessly transition into fulfillment. Nobody mentioned the part where you'd sit in gray cubicles having your soul slowly extracted via PowerPoint. You studied literature, and now you write email signatures. You learned philosophy, and now you optimize spreadsheets. The gap between what you imagined and what you're living could fit a whole other life inside it. Here's what's actually happening. You're experiencing an identity crisis when your predetermined path suddenly ends and you realize you never actually chose any of this. Your parents wanted stability. Society wanted productivity. But what did you want? That question hits different when you realize you've never actually asked it. We're the most educated generation in history, yet we feel the most lost. Turns out good grades and life satisfaction have basically nothing to do with each other. Chapter 3. The Comparison Machine. Open Instagram right now and within 30 seconds, you'll see someone younger doing better. They're traveling Bali while you're traveling to your kitchen. They're launching startups while you're launching meal prep attempts. Social media isn't just stealing your time, it's literally rewiring how you see success. We check our phones constantly, dozens, maybe hundreds of times a day. Looking for what? Validation? Distraction? No. You're looking for proof you're not falling behind. But here's the joke. Everyone's curating their highlight reel while living their blooper reel. That entrepreneur, not posting about anxiety medication. That fitness influencer, they're not sharing their body dysmorphia. The comparison trap in your 20s hits different. Everyone seems to be having their glow up except you. You're watching people get engaged with rings worth more than your car, while you're wondering if spending $4 on oat milk makes you financially irresponsible. We're comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Here's what happens in your brain. Every time you see someone doing better, you get stressed. You're literally making yourself miserable by scrolling. Chapter 4. Decision Prison. Want to grab coffee? Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Which coffee shop? What drink from their endless menu? Oat milk, almond milk, soy milk? Hot or iced? By the time you've decided you need therapy more than caffeine. Now multiply that by every decision in your life. What career among thousands? Which apartment? Which person from infinite dating profiles? Your parents had 3 TV channels and married their high school sweetheart. You have unlimited everything and commit to nothing. This is called decision fatigue, and it's murdering your motivation. Your brain can only make so many decisions before it just gives up. You're hitting that limit by noon choosing what to wear and eat. No wonder you can't figure out your 5-year plan. Having too many choices actually makes us less happy. People with fewer options tend to be more satisfied. But you're drowning in possibilities, paralyzed by potential. Every choice feels like it could ruin your life because honestly, it might. Chapter 5. The Perfectionism Trap. You're not starting that project because it won't be perfect. You're not applying for that job because you only meet 9 out of 10 requirements. Perfectionism isn't about high standards. It's about fear dressed up as excellence. Our generation has the highest rates of perfectionism ever seen. We grew up with participation trophies and impossible standards. Be exceptional, but humble. Stand out, but fit in. No wonder we're paralyzed. We're trying to be everything to everyone while being nothing to ourselves. Here's the funny part. Perfectionism actually guarantees failure. If you never start, you never risk being imperfect, but you also never achieve anything. You're so busy planning the perfect life that you forget to live any life at all. We spend 3 hours making to-do lists instead of doing anything. The real joke? Nobody cares about your perfection as much as you do. While you're waiting for the perfect moment to start, imperfect people are already finishing. Join our YouTube membership for exclusive perks like early access to scripts, input on future topics about productivity, and connect with a like-minded community that gets it. Click join below and let's build your easier, more intentional life together. Chapter 6. Success Theater. You got the job, you got the apartment, you're doing everything right. So why does success feel like failure with better lighting? This is success theater. You're performing achievement without experiencing fulfillment. You're checking boxes someone else created. Graduate by 22. Check. Job by 23. Check. But whose checklist is this? You're so busy climbing the ladder that you never asked if it's leaning against the right wall. Here's the brutal truth. Most of what you're chasing was sold to you. The dream job? That's capitalism's dream. The perfect relationship? That's Disney's narrative. That's social media feeding you aspirational content until you believe wanting anything else means failure. We're the first generation where success doesn't guarantee security. You can do everything right and still not afford a house. Success has become a costume we wear while drowning. You achieve but don't feel achieved. You succeed but don't feel successful. Because deep down, you know you're playing someone else's game. Chapter 7. The Validation Economy. Remember when you posted that photo and nobody liked it for 10 minutes? Your heart rate increased. You considered deleting it. You refreshed 17 times. This isn't social media, this is a validation casino where your self-worth is the currency. You've been trained since birth to seek external approval. Good grades meant love. Achievements meant worth. Now, you're an adult waiting for someone to grade your life choices. But the validation well is dry. Your boss doesn't care about your personal growth. The likes don't actually mean they like you. We're validation addicts in withdrawal. Your brain is literally craving the external rewards it used to get. You post a story and check views like it's a performance review. Because honestly, It kind of is. We're so busy curating ourselves for consumption that we forget to actually exist. You're the product marketer and consumer all at once. No wonder you're exhausted. Chapter 8, Financial Quicksand. Let's talk about money. You're making more than your parents did at your age, but somehow you have less. Rent takes most of it. Student loans take their cut. What's left barely covers existing. The math isn't mathing. Financial stress murders your motivation. How can you dream about the future when you can barely afford the present? You can't take risks when one missed paycheck means disaster. You can't chase passion when stability is a luxury. You did everything right. Got the degree, got the job. You budget, save, sacrifice. And you're still one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. Your parents bought houses at 25. You're 25 wondering if you can afford guacamole. This isn't about personal responsibility. It's about entering the workforce during historically difficult times. You're not failing at adulting. The system is failing you. Chapter 9. The Connection Paradox. You have hundreds of online friends, dozens of connections, multiple dating matches. So why do you feel more alone than ever? This is the connection paradox. We're the most connected generation that's ever lived, and the loneliest. Your friendships are dissolving quietly. People get busy, people move. The group chat that used to buzz all day now gets one message per week. We should hang out soon. They will not hang out soon. Making friends in your 20s is like dating, but worse. At least with dating, there's an app. We're all desperate for connection while pretending we're too cool to care. Loneliness kills motivation faster than failure ever could. What's the point of achieving anything if you have nobody to share it with? We're human beings trying to survive as human doings, and it's not working. Chapter 10. Micro Wins Method. Forget massive transformation. Your brain needs wins, not miracles. Here's the micro wins method. Make your bed, that's it. That's the first win. Your brain gets a tiny hit of happiness. Now walk for 5 minutes, not 30, 5. Another win. We think anything less than extraordinary is failure, but your exhausted brain can't handle extraordinary. It needs breadcrumbs, not the whole loaf. Read one page, not the book. Write one paragraph, not the novel. The real progress happens through tiny improvements. 1% better each day adds up to massive change over a year. You have to celebrate the micro wins. Literally, your brain needs evidence that effort equals reward. Start stupid small. Consistency beats intensity every time. Your 20s aren't about massive leaps. They're about tiny steps proving movement is possible. Here's what nobody wants to admit. Your 20s are supposed to be messy. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're exactly where most people are. Confused, struggling, figuring it out. The liberation comes when you realize the timeline is fake. Graduate at 22, career at 25, married at 28. Says who? Your grandparents lived in a different world. Social media is just a highlight reel directed by algorithms. Delete the timeline. Burn the checklist. Destroy the comparison scorecard. Your 20s are a laboratory for figuring out who you are when nobody's watching. Make mistakes that teach you what you don't want. Take jobs that show you what matters. The motivation comes back when you stop trying to live someone else's life, when you stop performing success and start defining it. Your motivation isn't broken. It's just been hijacked by expectations that were never yours to begin with. Take it back. Start small. Start messy. Just start. And hey, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also, let me know your thoughts on what I just shared. Oh, and there's more. I've just started a Patreon to help support these videos and connect with you more directly. Check out the link in the description if you'd like to join.